we're hearing from Aaron Okwadri. We know that Olufunke Oshonaike and Segun Toriola, they are wrapping up their career. It's important for the country to start investing in talent discovery and development.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's really important because it will get to a stage whereby if these players, when they get to their prime, you don't have younger players coming in, it's going to be difficult. I love what Lagos State is doing. If all the states can actually take a cue from what they've done in trying to produce younger players, definitely it will help. And you talked about the fact that, you know, Lekon, when we spoke to Lekon Kuso, happens to be, I mean, a table tennis writer and all that. He says he saw 10-year-olds over there. So imagine. If you can take, you know, players like that, that's development for you, and that's the best way you can, because you expose them early and it actually help them in their career.
Valuable exposure. You mentioned Lagos. Let's also mention that Cross River State, they're doing well in producing good female table tennis players. Edem Ofiong, Cecilia Otuakman, Vivian Oku for the future. So we'll soon go to Cross River State, listen to the chairman, Cross River State Sports Commission, and of course, he's also vice president, South region for table tennis in Nigeria. He's saying, look, if the country wants to do well in table tennis, we need to invest in talent discovery and development. And guess what he also mentioned? He said coaching. Let's listen to Orok Duke, and I'll come back, we'll talk some more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
In table tennis, I feel that at all times when new players are discovered, at all times, they should be taken up, and we need a national coach. We need a foreign coach. What they did in All African Games, where they brought a German who stayed just for the duration of the game and went back, is not okay. We need all these players to be encouraged. Like us, we've been dominating female table tennis for over 17 years, and we've not been encouraged. We've only we've only gotten support from maybe the state government. They should take up these players and train them and sponsor them to outside tournaments, and not just leave it to maybe president of federation or vice president of federation. Added to that is the fact that any coach that throws up one or two players should be able to attend whatever international tournaments that Nigeria is representing. Because we've had situations where a coach like Cross River State, out of 4 female players, will produce 3, and then the coach will be dropped. That won't challenge other coaches. Like once upon a time, we had 4 players, Cross River had 3 girls, my coach was dropped, they picked the coach from Lagos, pick another one from Ogun State. I said no. The agreement is that you must encourage the coaches. They are the ones who go to the field and scout for these young talents and groom them and nurture them. So to compensate them, let them also represent the country. So that is another way in which they can help. And look at what just happened in Malaysia about the tournament. We have a few of them here trying to take exam. We have Cecilia in Calabar, and they said, oh, get 500,000, pay a ticket and meet us in Malaysia. They couldn't go. So Nigerian team was walked over, and we don't even know if we will survive Division 3.
So there you have it. That's the story. Orok Duke knows so much about table tennis in Nigeria. He's also chairman Cross River State Sports Commission. Cecilia, he says, look, we're wasting our time. We need to do more for coaching. And if you take state coaches, you know, to national competitions, also take them for international ones so that they gain exposure.
It's important because the situation where you're having Segun Toriola will have to play and also get to coach his fellow teammates. It's somehow. I wish they can just do that. And I love the other aspect when he said when the girls wanted to go to Malaysia, he says, get your 500K, get a ticket and meet us in Malaysia. Oh, come on. That's not cool at all for a tournament like that. Okay, enough of table tennis now.
But that's what he was trying to say, that we've seen enough of Segun Toriola. I've seen enough of Olufunke Oshonaike. That's history of table tennis in Nigeria right there. And these guys will soon come out and say, look, we're tired. It's over to the NSC, to the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation to start discovering talent. And he's saying, look, use Cross River as a role model. We have this talent, but what are we doing with them?
Cross River is a very big state. I think, okay, I have to say this. I think most of the states will just start thinking of how to source for sponsorship for their players, because that's what they should have done. If you wait for the National Sports Commission, if you ask the minister, for example, I mean, why didn't the particular team qualify for Olympics? He will tell you he doesn't know, because sometimes I think federation just need to start sourcing for funds. And if you have big time players, then get multinationals corporate bodies to actually sponsor them to events like this. They can actually wear their tag and all that, and they will also be selling the brand over there. I think that's really important. That's what it should do. If not, we're still going to be hearing the same story. Get 500k, get your ticket, and meet us in Malaysia, and that's really not cool. It's a team event, and I mean, you're telling the individual player, get your ticket and come over. That's okay,
Cecilia, before we get into the Nigeria Professional Football League, I know you want to get into it, and the Lagos Derby gave us enough talking points. Let's bring the viewers into all of what we will be doing this morning, and I'm sure you're ready because it's an action-packed world of sports. What got you talking over the weekend, and what are you already talking about watching the first part of this show? On Twitter, we're channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels_sports. You can also send us an email to sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. There's so much to talk about this morning on the program. Table tennis is just giving us reasons to start. That's it right there. Aaron Okwodri is now ranked number 30 in the world. MPFL match day 5. 20 goals scored. We saw red cards. The Lagos Derby didn't give us goals, but gave us enough talking points, particularly pressure on the Ikorodu United coach Benson Edema. Get us talking with that one also. We're also talking about wrestling. We're celebrating our wrestlers. They went to Alexandria, Egypt. They did big things. They have now, moved further to participate in the event in Algiers to pick tickets to the Rio Olympics. Who is not talking about the English Premier League? Are you still saying, oh, Leicester City is just a flash in the pan, they will disappear? 9 more games to go, and Leicester still on top of the English Premier League table, 5 points clear. What a story it has been for the Foxes. We'll let you talk about that one. Of course, the NBA, Cecilia told you she brought the story of an unusual loss for the Golden State Warriors. They've been the beautiful bride of the NBA this season, but when they met LA Lakers, sports came into place where anything can happen, and then LA Lakers ran out victorious in that one. So that's the story. Once you're part of the show, we love it when you are involved. Cecilia, I know you cannot wait to talk about Ikorodu United and MFM. I saw that game. I think the fans expected more, and they deserve to have gotten more.
Yeah, they deserve to have gotten more. Well, I mean, it's when you're playing a derby like that, it's something you can expect anything. Fine, right. It was goalless, but there was too many actions in it. I mean, for the first time in 18 years, you're having Lagos, playing host to the same team in the Nigerian Professional Football League, top flight. Let's mention that. And of course, you're having a player being sent off 45 minutes. I think in the at the end of the second, when the first half was about to be over, that was when Bashiru Musuru was sent off, and that was the fourth. We had like 4 red cards yesterday in Nigerian Professional Football League. 4 red cards. We also got the hat-trick. I was like, why didn't we get 4 hat-tricks?
Mention the Super Eagles defender, Austin Oborakwo.
also got a red card. Well, the game, talking about this game between MFM and, of course, Ikorodu United and MFM ended goalless. But with that particular, defender getting booked within seconds, it reminded me of what happened to Juan Mata in the game between West Brom and Manchester United. That's the biggest player on the field on that day. So he got a red card. It's 2 minutes and few seconds. That's right. This one was just within seconds. The first one, he got the booking. Told him to just keep quiet. I mean, he started talking. At the end of the day, he was sent off. He had to leave his team with 10 men, and that wasn't really good enough. But MFM is a good story for them because they still have 10 points. Third on the log, same points with the likes of Rangers, of course, Canopilas, but goal difference, Canopilas top in the league. But this game did not really produce the kind of fireworks that we expected. But it was really a spectacular game, end-to-end game. You had to sit at the edge of your seat to just watching and be thinking what's going to happen next. I love the fact that even when MFM were actually down to 10 men, they were able to hold on for them to get out a draw from there. Maybe if they had played with 11 players, I think there could have been a goal. That's
right. That's the character in that MFM team. They were able to stay disciplined. They were calm. We'll listen to Coach Ilechukwu very soon. He told them just be calm because the players couldn't understand why their player got that red card. They said, just be calm. This is a Lagos derby. You know this place. Your fans are here. Just play good football. And they were able to frustrate Ikorodu. Yes. Hold on to that crucial 1 point, which is why they are now tied on 10 points with Enugu Rangers and Kano Pillars. They are third on the table, but of course they have 10 points, and that's decent. 5 games played, 3 victories, 1 loss and one draw. Very decent for a newly promoted team.
Very, very decent, especially when you're looking at some teams who are who just managed to get their first victory. Heartland, apologies. I understand how you guys started last season. It was fantastic. No, been to run like 5 games, and we spoke to the captain. He was like, "Hey, we're gunning for the league." By the end of the day, well, at least they finished the top 10. But this season hasn't been cool for Heartland. They got their first victory of the day. But for MFM, I think it's a club you look at that they were really ready. Yeah. We talked about the fact that they were playing pre-season and all that, so that really helped them. They were really prepared. And at that time, when I spoke to the chairman of the club, talking about Gordon Nakana, he says, look, at that time, he says they were 90% ready.
Wow.
Now, once they finished they were actually preparing for the last preseason games they were going to play. About 4 teams were involved in that one. And by the time they finished that, they will be 100% ready. I think they were actually 110% ready for the league.
They were 90% ready. And when they went to Ibadan and received that baptism of fire, we had an interview with him and he said, now we are properly ready. That's the Nigeria Professional Football League for you. Let's listen to Coach Fidelis Ilechukwu and the captain of MFM, Austin Okpara. They were strong after that game against Ikorodu United. They said they are staying focused. There's more on the Nigeria Professional Football League. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay.